Every day, hundreds of new cryptocurrencies are made. The majority of them are cash grabs for the creators of those projects, and some of them solve small problems, but a tiny percentage of them are actually changing the world. So in this video, I'm going to reveal exactly which altcoins they are, so you don't have to do research for like 3 days solid like I did. I'll show you a simple system I learned to finding the scammy ones quickly, so you can apply the system in your own research, and I'll make them so easy to buy it'll make you want to slap your mama. Is that good or bad? All of the cryptocurrencies I talk about in this video are jammed with potential, and all have signs of projects about to explode in price. But there is one that nobody's talking about at all, and I kind of wanted to keep it to myself instead of sharing it in this video. But before I give you that, do you remember when Uber was coming on the scene and every taxi driver in the world was fighting back? Well, skip ahead a couple of years, and obviously the whole market has basically had to give up and accept that Uber rules the market now. All of that criticism, the legal struggles that Uber went through, could quite easily be seen as negative, but what it really was, at its core, was the changing of a guard. The system resisted as much as it could, but it couldn't hold Uber off. Uber was just too good. The same happened for Airbnb. Very early on in my research, I came across a project that had been receiving alarming amounts of heat from none other than the highest financial government agency in America, who came after this cryptocurrency with basically everything they had. Hundreds of millions of dollars have been spent on this legal battle. So naturally, I wanted to explore more, and I came to realize that the crypto project in question was tackling a far bigger problem than I had expected. Such an important problem was being solved that I could see the same changing of the guard that we saw with Uber and Airbnb, but this time in the financial world. That company in question is Ripple, and the cryptocurrency associated is XRP. XRP solves all the problems on how money moves around the world in spectacular fashion. Like, it completely blows the current system out of the water. Ripple and XRP are doing exactly what Uber was doing back then. The fact that you can clearly see the government getting this uncomfortable about XRP shows me basically everything I need to know. But not all of them are outliers like Ripple and XRP. Some crypto projects just want to get you excited only to pop the balloon and take everyone's money. These are, in essence, scams. So I created a system that will teach you how to spot scams from a mile away after going through 100 different crypto projects. It was very easy to see at the end. I'm going to remove all of the stress and worry from doing research, and I'll allow you to find the best cryptos even faster. I actually dedicated hours to create a system that you can download and access for free. Just click the link in the description to get access to that document. But I've done all of the work already, and it's helped me find another Uber-like project that could take over an entire industry. So first, let's go to our imagination. Imagine you're organizing a neighborhood yard sale, for example. In the old way of doing it, to get a spot at the yard sale, you actually have to go through a committee. This committee basically takes a share for you, letting you set up your own table in your own driveway. But by the time you actually sell anything, nearly half of your profits are gone because you had to pay these middlemen. Now, the next project, Alchemy, does something similar in the world of digital advertising. And they kind of act like a neighborhood app. And this app lets you book your spot directly without any middlemen. You pay a much smaller fee and you get to keep most of the earnings. It might not sound like much, but this is a game changer because it makes selling your stuff even easier and more profitable. Plus, everyone can see how the process works on their phones, making everything transparent and fair. And this is revolutionary for the advertising industry because just like Uber made rides cheaper by cutting out the taxi dispatch centers, and Airbnb made travel accommodation more affordable by letting people rent out their homes directly, Alchemy reduces the cost of advertising by eliminating many of the middlemen that previously took a big cut in the advertising budget. Before Uber, you might have needed to own your car or rely on a taxi. Before Airbnb, you were mostly looking at hotels whenever you're sleeping away from home. And Alchemy makes the digital advertising world more accessible to smaller advertisers and publishers by removing the barriers and reducing costs, much like opening up your own driveway to a yard sale to anyone with the app. This is a complete reinvention of the way advertising works, and that's why it's made my list into the top 3 out of 100 projects I researched. These first 2 are industry disruptors, but I came across another project that we're so early on, it's not even launched yet. Now, I told you I didn't actually want to share this one with you, but I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to get you this information and see the community just strike gold here. If you want to understand this project, you have to know this guy. Do you know who he is? No one does. But do you know what this is? Yes, that's the Burj Khalifa. That guy that I showed you earlier, he designed it. Thing is, nobody cares who designed it. They only care about what they can do on it, even though if it wasn't for that guy's incredible knowledge and engineering, the Burj Khalifa just wouldn't exist. So this project is the foundation that nobody cares about, just like the designer of the Burj Khalifa, but it's already popping out buildings left, right, and center. The project is called Peak, and it's a blockchain that creates incredible foundations for companies and other projects to build on it. It's touted to be one of the most uniquely effective blockchains to build on for developers, which means there are big things coming. But you'll notice how I've used Uber in many of the examples in this video just so I can make things easier to explain, but you couldn't make this up, you couldn't script this. One of the companies that has been built on Peak is none other than a ride-sharing app just like Uber, but aims to do it better. They're trying to have a changing of the guard moment in taxis again. The company's called eLoot, and they've basically created a taxi app that allows everyone who uses it to earn money. And that's just one of the amazing companies that's being built on Peak. Like I said, at the time of recording this video, this project hasn't even been launched yet. It's coming in May, so note it down, set an alert or something, because that launch could be explosive. And even more than that, the rest of the bull run could be ridiculous for a company like this. But if you want to actually make some serious money in crypto, you need to know which cryptos the most successful investors are buying right now. So if you want to have the same odds at winning as the best investors in crypto, you want to learn how to act on this knowledge in your own life and start thinking like a millionaire to make you more money, then watch this video and I'll see you over there.